in my bad girl days. I know what you're thinking. Really? Look, I was younger, I was thinner. It was a long time ago. But I used to slip down on a Friday night to the local tavern and sing with this fab jazz R&B piano guy. You know, Billie Holiday, all the classics. So in light of Bad Girls of the Bible, I figured, why not Bad Girls Gone Jazz? Eve had a hunger that cost her a garden.
Imagine Seth Green loose on the floor of the Dome, in front of more than 70,000 screaming, yelling, chinging fans. So what's it like to be Seth Green tonight?
The spirit is amazing. Cha-ching!
Had a little bit of money, so the Lord did me good. Got all kind of shit. Got the glow sticks, I got the gotcha bag, got the Hawaiian punch. Man, everybody won't holler at pop what you need. I got it. If I ain't got it, I can find it, you understand? I'm selling glow sticks. Glow sticks that go with the yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Living in America. There's nothing wrong. No, I'm not. Yeah, I don't love. I don't love. Alone from night to night, you find me.
Concerned about that?
No, Dakashan. I'm concerned because there's nothing wrong.
And what are you going to say to your fans when they ask you some...
I'm going to say I feel good. Papa's got a brand new bag. It's a man's world.
What you're going to be doing on this tour?
Jam.
Source, there you are.
And we'll be doing a lot of good things, and hopefully we'll get Brother Ted Turner on the cover. Ted, where you at? Hasta luego.
Hey, Foxy Lady, today's your birthday. Keep being Foxy, keep the wrinkles at bay. Foxy Lady! Foxy Lady! Foxy Lady! What a lady! Foxy Lady! Foxy Lady! Foxy Lady! Foxy
滲んだ星を数えて思い出す
夏の日
一人ぼっちの夜
幸せは
Welcome to the Bombadcast.
What is up, Bombad family? Welcome to the big moment, the one you've all been waiting for. We are coming to you semi-live, partially in the past, but fully up your assholes. We're here to talk about The Force Awakens. That's true. Guys, welcome. And listen, Reddit, we listened to you. Tonight, we will be performing a full funeral service for Han Cornelius Solo. So, and I can't do that alone. I need someone to give the homily. And I'm just too Protestant for that. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my wonderful co-host, my Bombad buddy who never quits, refuses to quit. I mean, even when I say we should probably stop this, we need to quit, he just keeps on going. But we're going to bring in the wonderful, the beautiful, the one, the only, I don't know. He's single, ladies. Scotty Jero.
Mate, who invited you here?
What's hit a note for Han?
Let's hit it. Here we go. Oh, wow. So similar to the authentic sounds of the Christ Child. I said I wasn't going to make a reference, and I did. Here we go.
You did. Here we are. Super excited to be here. We've obviously been building up to this discussion and what we've been talking about for the last almost 8 weeks. Just everything Force Awakens. It's been really awesome. And it seems like we're the only one celebrating it.
A little bit.
I don't understand. I actually can't figure that one out. Everyone's doing their like recap reviews like around this time, but like I feel like we're the only group that have like made a point to consistently celebrate this film. So,
right. Well, we're shameless.
Everyone can be here. We are. We're totally shameless. So. And obviously, there's a pre-record for those watching live right now.
Sorry.
We'll be discussing and looking at looking at this film from almost every angle, not scene by scene necessarily, but just to start it off, one thing I realized watching this opening crawl for the first time. Now, I don't know if like some other dumbass Facebook person has made this opinion or thought. I'm gonna read the opening crawl of The Force Awakens, and I had a crazy realization just reading it. Obviously, let's be real, very bold. It's a bold opening crawl. Like unbelievably bold.
Yeah,
like
very bold.
It's probably the most bold. The opening 4 words are Luke Skywalker has vanished. In his absence, the sinister First Order has changed from the damn it, why would you say that? Luke Skywalker has vanished. In his absence, the sinister First Order has risen from the ashes of the Empire and will not rest until Skywalker, the last Jedi, has been destroyed. With the support of the Republic, General Leia Organa leads a brave resistance. She is desperate to find her brother Luke and gain his help in restoring peace and justice to the galaxy. Leia, has sent her most daring pilot on a secret mission to Jakku, where an old ally has discovered a clue to Luke's whereabouts. Okay, in the first technical sentence, full sentence, they reveal the entire name of every sequel trilogy movie in one line. I never realized that. Did not realize it. Because the line is, okay, and I'll say it again. Luke Skywalker has vanished. So you already got Skywalker. Boom, right there. In his absence, the sinister First Order has risen, which is past tense for rise, from the ashes of the Empire and will not rest until Skywalker, the last Jedi, has been destroyed. In the first line, it already reveals, The Force Awakens, then you've got The Last Jedi, and then you've got, if you were just to twist the words around, The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
It's fucking crazy, dude.
Snoke has that dialogue, too, where he pretty much says everything. He says, there has been an awakening. Have you felt it? It'll lead them to the last Jedi. If Skywalker returns, the new Jedi will rise.
Unbelievable. It's just like, been there the whole time. But I remember... There was that JJ clip of him on Colbert, and it's like, can you reveal a word that's in the opening crawl? And he was like, sure. And I think the word was, wasn't it? Or something. Like he revealed a single word. This wasn't even in this. Maybe not. He might have said is or something. He said something just to the effect of like, it
was like a dangling participle or something. Yeah.
So
definitely.
Reading that and like having the context of the movies that would follow, the other cool part was Peace and Justice, which is used in the Phantom Menace as well. So like I was like, okay, maybe there wasn't so much let's wipe this away from the Guardians of Peace and Justice in the galaxy. Like I love that in the pursuit of this discussion, like it is peace and justice that the Resistance seeks, not necessarily like just no bad guys. It's peace and justice. If there's peace, we're good. injustice. So that was pretty cool. It was very risky. Very risky. I don't know. Do you remember how you felt when you read that crawl? I remember vividly how I felt.
The Luke Skywalker has vanished was a punch to the gut a little bit. It was like, whoa. It was like immediately they grab you by the corner of your mouth and yank you over and say, hey, guess what? He's missing.
We don't know where he's at.
And so the whole movie, you're like, where is he? Where is he? Where is he? This whole movie then becomes this big elevated thing, and people say that they didn't like focus enough on, the original cast. I mean, this is like a movie where the MacGuffin is one of the big three,
biggest. The
biggest of the three. Yeah. Like a lot of you sweaty incels out there,
he's being pursued. He's being pursued by his sister. He's being pursued by now his old friend, his sister's, husband, his brother-in-law, and he's also being pursued by his nephew and BB-8. Everyone is trying to pursue this one person, and like I love that. When you finally get to him, of course he has no lines, and it's a very intense moment. And the famous Mark Hamill, I was speechless. I remember that being such a great thing. After you see the movie, you're like, okay, there we go. He was literally speechless. And it makes me think like the responsibility of Rian Johnson is even bigger. And like, as much as everyone wants to say, The Force Awakens, like, is the perfect movie and like Rian Johnson ruined it. Like, if we're going to play ball, JJ set up the trilogy hindering on Luke is missing. Like, it's not Rian Johnson's fault that he got dealt probably the baton of a century. Like, now I killed Han. I successfully brought back Star Wars, but now you have to bring back Luke, which is, I think, even harder, frankly.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, in my opinion, we're not here to talk about The Last Jedi. I know I'm going to refrain from doing so because I will get death threats on Reddit. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm a cishet white man. I'm not going to get shit. Yeah. Cheers. Perks. That and diarrhea. Every white man has that.
It sucks, man. Constantly.
Yeah. But anyway, Ryan Johnson, in my opinion, took the baton and like elevated it beyond where I think it could even land. And I think we have controversial different takes on Rise of Skywalker, but which we might have to talk about later. We might have to talk about, I don't know if at the 10th anniversary of each one of them or not, or if we want to have a conversation soon.
10th of Bombadcast and the 10th of Rise of Skywalker is going to be a crazy year.
It's going to go.
It's 4 years from now too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'll probably have to play at least 5 characters by then or something, at the same time. I'm going to have to pre-record. Yeah. No, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, all those people are going to have to come visit.
Yes, Rip, Paul, Space, all of them, everybody.
But anyway, The Force Awakens, though, I don't know, man. There are so many moments in this movie that just make me smile, and that make me, and that flip that switch of, oh, this is Star Wars. Oh, this is Star Wars. I mean, right off the bat, for me, the moment of the garbage will do is like the first big whoop-ah of the movie to me. It's still like, it still gets a little bit of I still get a little bit of like a rise in my blood pressure when I see, you know what I mean? Like, you get a little excited. I'm like, oh yeah. It's just such a good reveal. But just, there's little moments of music and everything. And it's just, I don't know, man.
I was going to say, in terms of the garbage will do, we were texting in our group chat earlier. There's like maybe 4 truly perfect sequences. That's the first perfect, like truly perfect. Mm-hmm. Like, they find it, legacy sequence, I mean. They find the Falcon, they're flying it through this place. We've never seen the Falcon fly in atmosphere except for Cloud City, but like for like a single scene.
True. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like now you're seeing the Falcon fly through atmosphere conditions and doing tricks and dives, and like the drop Oh, I remember
The
being
drop was-
lifted from my seat. I was like,
Belly
no. They kill the engine, falls, and he finally gets a shot. Boom, 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 blows it up, and then they kick it, and Ray, whoom, and then launches it, and then they do dun, 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 as they go in this. I'm like, I was like, this can't be topped. I'm in it. We're in it.
Those tiny little stings, man. Those tiny little stings is what gives it.
The other thing too is just like going back to the very beginning. This is a risky opening too. Everyone's like, it's just like the Tantive V4. It's not. We don't see any rebels get truly slaughtered. You watch a full village of people get like
it's just innocents
circled and shot at, and like it's all planned. Kylo Ren's like, do it. Phasma's like, aim. Like, it was so dark. And I remember being like, okay, how are people going to respond to this in the sense of like, Disney it's just too soft. They're going to Disneyfy Star Wars. And I'm like, this makes
they just massacred an entire village.
Yes. Yes. And like they take a blaster bolt and he stops it and, and slow mo. And look, the one thing too with this movie is with the prequels, there is some dynamic camera work, but this movie is like constantly moving camera, and it was, it felt like you're watching a Spielberg movie. Like really, like do you remember the part where they showed? I remember seeing it for the first time, where it's Poe and he's running towards the X-wing, and like they then he circles around that little dune, and like camera follows him the whole time, and then pushes him on him getting like in the X-wing and BB-8 going. I'm like, this movie is, everything is like very kinetic. That was man. My other thing, I was watching this, and this is the fun part about Retrospective. Obviously, Jerry and I didn't know each other. What do you think Poe's plan would have been to escape if he had gotten like, not even in the X-wing, like if he had to go and like run it? Would he have ran into the desert? Like, what do you think? Like, how the story could have shifted at that point? Because I was watching and I'm like, he could have escaped if he really wanted to. But he chose not to, for the most part. So BB-8 can get out of there. But like, what do you think he would have done? Would he have ran into Rey? Would he have like done some sort of reconnaissance and got in touch with the Resistance? I don't know.
I mean, you could probably have done that and stuff. But like, I love the choice of him, giving himself up so that BB-8 can get away. But yeah, no, I mean, similar to what you said, he probably would have got connected. I mean, they probably would have stayed together. Yeah. Probably would have got connected with Rey, and then the adventure would go from there. But then we wouldn't have Finn.
Yes.
How do we get Finn there?
Exactly. And like, I couldn't imagine breaking this story. Like, we know Michael Arndt like drafted it with George, and then Lawrence Kasdan actually wrote it with JJ. Like, could you imagine having to break a movie like this and like actually like, develop beat to beat what's going to happen? Because I remember watching it and saying, okay, this is great pacing. It's just excellent all the way through. From the beginning of, and that was such a cool feeling in the theater. I felt like the theater got cold whenever you see the I can't say the Star Destroyer essentially going and eclipsing that moon or whatever it was in Jakku. Like that, when it went dark, I don't know if you felt that way, but it was like, okay, we're right back in it. And then seeing BB-8 for that first time was honestly very magical. And he like rolls up and his little head's bobbing and he's like looking around.
Right.
And then he rolls back and in the background you see like a bunch of alpacas and like it's like really, I don't know, it's such a mood.
It's like a bunch of little like bird type things.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like almost like chickens, I remember just being in awe of that whole opening sequence. This will begin to make things right. To me, she's royalty. Like, I can quote that a whole opening part,
Oh, yeah.
What's he
Remember
say?
when people were saying that Max von Sydow was going to be like a mechanical man?
Yes.
Or like a cyborg man?
Yes.
Or something?
Like Saw Gerrera.
They had him as like a Jedi or something. Any actor they liked, they were like, oh, they're a Jedi.
Yeah,
right?
That's it.
If they were a man. If they were a woman, they put them just in a really pretty dress.
What is the line he says to Poe that's so iconic? It's oh God, it's like when he's about to leave. I don't know. I can't remember right now, but there's so many moments of that character that are just so freaking iconic, especially when he's talking to Kylo Ren. You know,
he's just like in that much of the film too, which is crazy. And then there's like now there's all this lore and stuff.
Yes,
Santeca, lore. There's lore. And you know, I mean, like his ancestors are in the High Republic. Like they're a big like part of the High Republic.
Yes.
They are like hyperspace prospectors who helped map the hyperspace lanes and stuff.
Incredible.
You know, and to have him be this, I wish we got a little more of him like in that role and stuff too. Yeah. But again, it's just one of those things of Star Wars. It's the tip of the iceberg is all you get, and then there's this like just implied history of things, you know, which is kind of how it used to be. It's like very classic.
Oh, it's so classic.
But like, no, every minute he is on screen is just dripping with I want to know more about this guy, you know. And I think were you talking about the part where at the end where he goes without the Jedi there can be no balance?
Yes,
is that what you're talking about? Right, because most people are like, oh, balance is like
gotta have both.
The same amount of Sith, the same amount of Jedi, right?
Nope.
And it's not an actual like we got to make sure they weigh the same. It's a harmony type thing that they talk about. You know, it's the dark side inherently throws things out of balance, and so we need that inherently good, like
light side,
morally righteous, like people who are like truly better than the rest. But this is sounding very weird.
No.
But you know what I mean? Like we need those like moral, like people who are like willing to stand up against tyranny and against like all those things in a way that is like just, you know, all above board. You know what I mean?
See, look,
like completely like righteous with it.
Great transition too is like that leads to Finn, right? He sees what the institution he belongs to does. Quite possibly in his first like real mission to like go slaughter a group of people, like to see him have those realizations was amazing. And like, I mean, I know when it comes down to it, like that was the first time we've maybe even seen blood in Star Wars, and like the blood across the helmet was so iconic and a great way to signify and really just isolate him as a character, because then you can't forget him, right? And then later when he takes it off, like you can automatically make the association, like, oh, that's the one that's gonna, you know, leave the, you know, First Order. But like just that whole his friend reaching, and there's a whole book about that dude now, and wiping the blood, and like it's like a double movement that John Boyega does. It sold it to me instantly. And like they cut, and like you see the fire, they cut, you see like the shooting, and like it's and another thing too is Poe's doing headshots. By the way, no one talks. Poe is like actually killing these people.
Yeah, he's just like
to the face
boom,
of their
boom.
First time in Star Wars too. Like that we'd seen droids get shot, we had seen stormtroopers get shot, but not in the literal face. There's so many shots of people getting shot in the helmet, and you're like, I mean, this is not your parents' Star Wars, really. And this was very much like, oh, this is a whole new thing. And yeah, man, I love that Finn was an indoctrinated person. That's the first time we've kind of ever gotten that too. You know what I mean? Like truly indoctrinated. You know, like he was from birth, and they show that really crazy image of like a little John Boyega on the hologram. You know, and that one part, and it's like so blink and you miss it, but you're also like, Jesus, that's terrifying, you know? Like a little baby that they stole and they raised, and it's not a clone army where they've been born into it. It's not a stormtrooper sign up for the military thing, join your troops. It's like these kids have been stolen for years, and like this is all they know. They're unbelievable loyalists to that, you know, regime. They can't even help it. You know, that's all. It's dark, man. This is a dark trilogy. I think anyone that has criticisms as like, oh, this is not a dark trilogy, the prequels are dark. I'm like, yeah, but like this is like,
because really like Anakin walks in and ignites his lightsaber in front of children, implying that he's going to slaughter the children. I'm sorry, that was never that like dark to me. That might be controversial, but I was always like, okay, I know what's going on, you know.
But when you dig deep in this one, it's like, ooh, okay. You know what I mean?
There's some uncomfortable topics in this one, some things that the current administration in the White House might actually be into, like having some child soldiers raised from birth, no fatties. Here we go.
Jesus, it's fucked up, but it's true.
Yeah,
it's not very. It's not very Disney PC woke. Like it's like that's what everyone would say. Like before woke was even a term of endearment for most people. Like everyone would say, they Disneyfied Star Wars, and like I never saw it that way. Like truly, like Rogue One's also a risky movie. I still don't think they have. Like really.
Well, they would say that they put like Daisy Ridley is just like a diversity like hire and so is John Boyega, and it's like there's no like the only white person in the main three is a woman and stuff, and then the white man is a bad guy, and it's just Dave, look in a mirror, man. Like maybe you're just dealing with some shit, Therapy is really good, honestly. You should try it. You should try it.
Try it. Yeah, the intro of Kylo Ren too is a very special moment for me, because I'm like, how are they gonna sell this character being a bad motherfucker? I shouldn't have said that. How are they gonna sell someone being a BMFer? And it was stopping the blaster bolt, which we saw in the trailer. We saw the shot of him turn and do this. We never knew the context of it.
Right.
But to stop the blaster bolt, I was like, oh, instantly.
Yeah,
I was like, this dude's got something we've never seen before. And like holding it, having conversations while it's being held, and then literally letting it, drop. Boom! Oh my God. Like, this dude's powerful. And like that was the kind of Force stuff that we had never seen from the Sith, aside from Force lightning, but like to stop our blaster bolt, and it's like stretched out, and it's like trying to move, but it can't. JJ.
Yeah.
That JJ, shit was sick.
You bastard.
Well, then it was that shot of Kylo Ren looking at Finn, right? And it's like kind of in the distance. There's like a fire, and it's a little like out of like it's blurry a little bit.
Yeah.
That felt like a poster moment. That was just
absolutely
cool. I just remember like all the emotions feeling in that first scene, and having it actually like, it didn't lift me in the way of like, oh, it lifted me like an engagement. It lifted me in a way of like, oh my God, like this is not something they're going to mess around with. Like this is very much like, this is its own thing, There's no repeat.
Right.
And I never saw this is just like a New Hope comparisons. There's some things like the Death Star run, sure. I can admit that. But the Phantom Menace does that too, and Return of the Jedi does it again. And then Revenge of the Sith starts off with essentially a trench run. So like I never really
It's it harkens back to a lot of the original trilogy, frankly, in a lot of its aspects, and case in point, and I love how this scene, the opening sequence ends with BB-8 rolling off into the desert, and the creature just like poking its head out of the sand and making a weird little googly noise and going back to, I'm like, this is 110. We're back. We're there. We are in that universe where weird, silly stuff happens along with this like horrific, like, space Nazi regime.
Well, look, if we were to give our criticisms just for the sake of bringing them up, I don't like how cut and dry it is from Rebellion to Resistance, Empire to First Order. That's the one thing I would have changed, is like have them look just a little bit different. Like the exact same TIE fighters, the exact same, Star Destroyer design. Like
it's the same everything, pretty much, even for the Rebels, for the most part. Yeah, we still have the same old thing I struggle
with. That's the only thing I'm like.
We get those cool bombers in Last Jedi, which I think
sick.
those were really neat. I like those. And I'm sorry, bombs can fall in space in Star Wars. So but yeah, no, that is something too that I was like a little like trepidatious going into it. Back in the days, I was like, well, so we're just doing this again. Yeah. And I was a little like, I would have loved for them to come up with something a little different. And they did for the most part, right? Like it was definitely a different story. But you know, it's I love the Knights of Ren as a concept. It's just another Sith, basically.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, no, I'm with you on the criticisms. I think that I think we could have diversified a little bit, and made it a little different.
It's good for like the Disney parks of it all. Like it really is. Like it
right.
The brand identity is instantly there of like, oh, these are stormtroopers. These are the new stormtroopers. You know what I mean?
Right.
This is the Rise of the Resistance. Like, you know, like all those things in terms of like being able to just kind of translate it without having to explain it was much easier than like, these are the Nemoidians. These are the guys that build the droids. The droids leads to the Clone Wars. The Clone Wars leads to Order 66. Like, it took 3 movies to get to Stormtroopers, whereas this movie kind of just starts off with like, nope, Stormtroopers still exist, and it's been 30 years. I kind of wish there was some context on years. Obviously, it's in the actors' faces. You can tell a lot of time has passed, but they never really specifically mentioned like 30 years. I'm pretty sure Han maybe mentions it, like, or maybe it's like whenever the temple is destroyed, he's like, yeah, it's 25 years. I think he might give some sort of context. Maybe not. I don't know.
I can't remember, but it's that was yeah.
It is, however, one thing to say in its favor as a movie. It's the best edited Star Wars. There's no fat at all. Maybe except the Rathtar scene. Maybe except the Rathtar scene, but other than that, like it is like perfectly trimmed of its fat. Like it's like the movement of everything, how the story is structured. I'm watching it and I'm like, the pacing is perfect on this. Like if you watch Empire Strikes Back, like Dagobah drags a little bit. You know what I mean? A New Hope, like you spend about 50 minutes just on Tatooine, and like it's a long. I mean, that's a long. The Death Star sequence is perfect.
We had more attention spans back then as well.
Yes, yeah, exactly. The Phantom Menace has really weird pacing, and I think everyone could say that about most of the prequels. The pacing is just kind of, it's very organic and long, and let's like live in this moment. Whereas this one is very much like, we've got to bring this whole franchise back. We got to get everyone back in the theater to see this, and it's just like, boom, boom, like every sequence or scene or whatever you would want to call it is like 7 minutes at most. It's like even Han's death is like a tight 5 minutes. Like it's amazing because it can do everything effectively in those few minutes. And I will say too, this always will remind me of Christmas time. It will now, and it's kind of awesome because we got so trained into like, December, new Star Wars, 2 years from now, or every 1 year. December, and like I watch this now and I instantly think of Christmas trees, which is crazy. Star Wars is always summer, and I know you know that. I mean, since the special editions for you,
Han blasts through the North Pole, through the trees and stuff. Towards the end there.
Wonder if that was intentional. Like, let's make it a nice planet. This is coming out of Christmas time. Like, really,
but with trees.
I don't think it's impossible. Yeah. But the part that became immediately Star Wars, and we talked about it last week, of course, was when Finn and Poe escape. However, what came before that is whenever Rey is on the Klondike bar. That shit is when it kicked. Like, that is like,
it's perfection.
Unbelievable.
It is perfection. Well, and like we were talking about it in a group chat, or you guys were talking about it, like, it's a silent film.
Oh, 100%.
It's like she doesn't say a word until she meets BB-8.
Yeah. Cholama Parqua.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Don't you listen, man. Don't use that language around me. Okay.
Cholama Parqua.
This is America. We speak English.
Yeah, we speak English here, goddammit. It's funny though. I really liked, her putting on the helmet, right? Because it's like her looking into her future, weirdly enough. Because like then she wears a real X-Wing helmet in The Rise of Skywalker. And one thing I will say, I know we get less than a minute there. I would have really enjoyed more time in the Down at. That was something like that was shown in trailers and stuff, and I kind of would have liked like 2 minutes in there just to like, besides the etchings on the walls, the tallies.
Like show her getting BB-8 ready to go to the market or something, you know, kind of a
Yes,
thing.
talking.
Could have been a
It makes you think. I know we've discussed like what was cut and what was unused, but like that, I wonder if they ever considered like, yeah, we're gonna like really show what Rey's life is like. We're gonna show her bedroom in this Down at Walker. Like I don't know. I would have enjoyed a lot more of that. You know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like, and another thing too, thematically, is like she's being raised in the shell of like a former war. So like she is like truly like she understands, you know, Imperial design. She understands design of rebel ships too. And like I always hated the Mary Sue comment and all that stuff, but like she had to fend for herself since she was that little girl that you see in the Force Vision. Like, what was she, like 5 or 6 years old?
Yeah,
like,
that part destroys me every time.
Every time,
too, by the way,
literally, and like she had to live with Unkar Plutt, which I know there's like canon stories from that now, but like you think about like she's she can't fight. Like, how did she get these Force abilities? Like, I don't know. Did you remember the title of this movie? Like, does anyone remember the title of this guy?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like,
no one can do that. You know, they're going to vague post about it on Twitter and not even give you the title of the film. They're going to show you a clip.
It's that too, and it's like the whole sequel trilogy does explain like, no, she's got these connections. They awoke in her. Right, she became part of this greater story, and of course, you lead. She's a dyad with, you know, an unbelievably powerful person in the universe, and she's also apparently a Palpatine. Which, like at the time, we didn't know that, and at the time, there's some things I have gripes with now. Aside from like, you know, the rebels still exist and the Empire still exists. It's the whole like, who's the girl? There's like 4 of those scenes in this movie, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know, Han told me about you. And I'm like, what could he have said? Like, we found this random chick, and you know, like
she's really good at flying.
Or like, you know, they stole a YT Corellian freighter, you know, and he's like, a droid stole a freighter. Well, she had some help, you know, pulls him closer. A girl, and you know, FN20. What girl? Like, I was always like, oh shit! And then every other scene after it. Oh,
I mean, I left. I mean, it was completely, you know, like that's Luke's kid, right?
Yeah,
that's Luke's kid. Yeah. That's the cousin. Yeah, that's the cousin.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And stuff, you know, because I just thought we needed another kissing cousins situation. We needed another incest situation in this franchise.
Stepsister porn. Anyway, no. To reverse on that, I do remember thinking they're setting something up. Like deeply was like, oh my god, the way Han looks at her in the cockpit when they land on Takodana. Never seen so much green in the galaxy, which is cool now because you see it from his perspective. You're now like, oh, he's the one that's like the Obi-Wan character. Now he's taking the person off the sand planet and bringing them to the new world. You know, like I always loved that Han had to adopt that role. You know, another thing too. I'm going back for a second.
Please.
Tito is a cool design. Tito on the Lego Beast. I've always liked that. But if you
a
look
Lego
at Tito's
Beast
face,
too is like that's something
sick.
made to be an action figure. Yeah,
yes. Yeah, the like the eye holes and like kind of like the forced mouth and like kind of a green slicked head. Like I'm like, that's a really cool design. And I do like I forgot the exact exchange of dialogue, but there's something to the extent of BB-8 saying, "Yep," like you're with the it's like, "Yep." And like she agrees with them. Yeah, that shot of them walking away is so iconically Star Wars.
Oh
like,
yeah,
unbelievable. Sand dunes. He's rolling in the sand. She's right there. Yeah, I
you get that perfect John Williams score for that.
Yes. Yeah, that and of course he's hitting at every measure. Like there is no music wasted in this movie at all. Do you remember did you get? I think we were talking about this last week. Did you get the CD? Or did you get it off iTunes?
Yeah. No, I mean, I got iTunes and stuff, you know, because I was a man of the future at the time, you know?
Yes. I bought a CD. I had to go buy a CD.
Money.
Yeah. I wish I still had it. I think I lost it in the flood in 2016, but it's a damn good CD. It was so cool. And you would fold it out. There's a little book. I mean, like, it was like not fabric, but it was like the paper. It's not like, you know, it wasn't like the jewel cases, you know, like it its own thing, and it had pictures, and it had like the opening crawl on it and everything. Yeah, I remember that CD being, and like the disc had one of those like holographic kind of like on the top, the stars would be part of like the other side of the disc. You know what I mean? So it would be like kind of, it would shimmer a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah, I do love this too. Like whenever the escape from what's the name of that Star Destroyer, by the way, trivia nerd?
Is it the Finalizer?
Finalizer? Maybe that's it. I feel like it's an OT.
I want to say that's what it is.
I think you're right. Hold on. Yeah, dude, you nailed it. God damn, I was right too. I said that in my head. The Finalizer, man. God, it's a good ship.
But my next choice was going to be the Sounder.
The Sounder? Which one's the Sounder?
No.
Are you making something up? Oh, okay.
Continue.
No. I couldn't do it. You did it better than me. Yeah, dude, that escape from the Finalizer was one of those moments for me personally too. I know we talked this last week, but like that sold the whole movie for me. I get this relationship, and like I do love the mythology of like Poe giving Finn his name. That felt very biblical.
Yeah,
we hadn't seen that in Star Wars yet. I mean, that was fucking cool. Like,
well, I mean, like that back and forth between them. And one of my favorite moments of the film, another one of those like this is Star Wars type moments, when they are in there, they first get in the TIE fighter and try to go off, and it's attached to the fuel line, and you cut inside of that like control center.
Oh yes,
we have an unsanctioned departure from Bay 2. He's alert General Hux, stop that fighter. That mixed with the John Williams score after, like right after that. I don't know. There's something about like that dude going and stop that fighter. That just, I was like, it's just pitch perfect, like note for note, man. And just like all the action, the excitement, the
stutter. Remember the stutter?
Friends as yeah.
Oh
man, and just the camaraderie between them, like the immediate, like, we're becoming best friends as we fly and stuff, kind of thing was really fun to watch too. That was that pulpy thing, like Star Wars is, we always talk about Star Wars being pulpy and stuff like that. Our friends do.
We're gonna do this?
We're gonna do this. Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Just the whole, that whole sequence is just, it's a lot of fun. It's something we haven't seen before, like you're saying. Yeah. The giving of the name, like they called me this number. Well, I ain't using that. Can I call you Finn?
Yeah. Finn. Yeah, I like that. Finn.
It's like that he's sticking to his morals, and not giving an inch, but at the same time, giving that grace of like, sorry, I didn't mean to go all youth pastor on you. Given that grace of, given that grace of, you deserve a name, kind of a thing. And is it okay? Here's this if you want it, And he's like, oh, I love it. I love it.
I do think it's cool too. Like when they're in the ship, like you've got one person manning one thing, he's manning the other. And I always want to know what Finn said before it explodes. He goes, "You got to be kidding me!" And then it's like the second, it has a map looking for Luke Skywalker. It's like, you've got to be kidding! And then it cuts. I always want to know that next line because I'm like, what would Finn have said if they had escaped that too? Right. And of course, when that thing crash lands, it's that jump cut, to Finn like waking up. And the movie's perfectly edited with that shit. And then of course when in the Goazon Badlands where the TIE fighter sinks and it explodes, that scared the fuck out of me in the theaters. I was not expecting that at all. And it's a burp. Listening to it on my speaker, I'm like, that's clearly a burp. Have you ever noticed that? Dude, something ate the TIE fighter. 100%.
It's a sinking field, right?
Yeah, but like
which we see in Rise of Skywalker is also made of coffee beans.
Yes, that's true. Coffee beans. Arabica in particular.
Arabica.
Arabica? Is it Arabica?
Arabica. Arabica.
This is your wake-up call. Time to reach, go for it all. Vulture stirs inside of me, and I know what I can be. Limit is the sky. Hey world, watch me fly. The best part of waking up is vultures in your cup.
Sorry, we brought coffee up.
That's true. We did. No, we did.
We had to. Sorry, everyone.
It was fair. Fair.
I love whenever Rey and Finn meet for the first time, and they bring up Luke, and like Rey's face when she says, "Luke Skywalker." I thought he was just a.
I thought he was a myth.
Right. Because then you're that character. You know,
right?
You're that character instantly. You're Rey, and I was around Rey's age. I was 20, and Rey technically I think was 19 canonically. So like I'm Rey right there, and I'll never forget thinking like, oh shit, this is cool. And like, is that how they're gonna play up everyone? And of course, when Han shows up, you know, you're Han Solo, you're Captain of the Falcon. I thought he was a smuggler. You know, he did the Kessel Run in 14 parsecs. 12. Like I just. That shit's so awesome. And like Chewie talking. God.
Yeah. Well, he's like, wasn't he a smuggler? And Chewie goes, he literally says, I don't know.
I don't know. It's just, yeah, I love it. He fucking knows. Yeah, I do love it. I love the stop taking my hand until she puts her hand out for him. And I'm like, so beautifully metaphorical, right? Like,
very much
don't lead me. I know where I need to be until he's knocked out, thinking he's under control, and he's not under control. He just wants to be the leader. He wants anything. He wants to be, and that's his whole arc. How do you be a leader effectively until he finally gets the Rise of Skywalker and he's leading the Resistance? You know, like the ground crew resistance onto the Star Destroyer. Like it's so cool that he was doing his best then. Then in the Rise of Skywalker, he's like, I'm still gonna run away. Nope, you're meant to be here. And he leads the attack on the ground of Crate. Like it's just, I think it's perfect. I think his character, like, while I wish he was a Jedi, while we were promised he would in some way become one, and I think he still will. I think there's still room for that. The Lego series is the only thing that's confirmed that.
Yeah.
I still am a firm believer that by the time we get to this Rey movie or however they recontextualize that story, that he is going to be training with her. Like, it would make me so happy. Truly, it would make me so happy.
Oh, yeah. Same.
Yeah. And then there's one part that is a little risque, I want to say, is I love Droid Please. It almost feels like, and I'm not going to say the word, but it almost sounds like, I can't say it, Blake, please. You know what I mean? Like it,
yeah.
We grew up in 2007. Like, that's just like what you would hear, like, not from our peers, hopefully, but you would hear that on like Dave Chappelle. You know what I mean? Like, it would just be like one of those things.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, like Dave Chappelle was all over my dorm. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So, like,
yeah.
I always wondered if Droid Please was like kind of its own little, like Droid Please. Like, I love it. And then, how did you interpret the flamethrower? Before I say what I thought it was. The whole BB-8's little, yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
I always thought it was fuck you. I always thought it was that. Ilenium system.
We're going to kill villagers, but like, yeah.
I always thought it was like, it's the transaction's so good, and but where do we need to go? Blah blah blah. And it's just Ilenium system. And she goes, Ilenium system. He does him a thumbs up, and then I always thought it was like, fuck you. I
buddy.
always thought that. But I like that yours is the opposite. You're just like, yeah, buddy, I got you.
I just go. It was a simpler time, So
yeah. No, I do love the way this happens too, because it's different than the trailer. But I love the way Han enters that Falcon, man. It's with so much urgency, and like the way he like looks that way, looks this way, and then walks up and it doesn't look directly at the camera. It looks a little off from the camera. It's like, Chewie, we're home. And then it goes immediately into them, like, looking for Rey and Finn. That there's nothing.
Well, getting that in
that feeling.
in the trailer, the full trailer, right?
Yeah.
Was
first one
kind of mind blowing because that was our first look at one of the original cast, wasn't it? Or was Leia in there as well?
That was it.
Yeah,
we got Leia's hand.
Insane.
That's it.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
I do love too, like how Han is treating all these characters. Like I love that. Whenever he hears Luke's name, after I think has that BB-8 that BB unit has a map that leads to Luke Skywalker, and like the way Han stops in the hallway, and you see so much on his face. And Harrison Ford, I mean, I know we've talked about this before, amazing actor, but like he dialed it in for this. Like, it's his best performance in all of Star Wars, aside from The Rise of Skywalker. Like, it really is. It's just ridiculous. And obviously, the Rise was just a complete, like, cameo, really. Like, actually, like, just...
right.
Yeah.
We didn't know we were getting him again.
Not at all. Not at all. And it's funny, too, because, like, it still felt inherently 80s. Like, even if I don't like the Wrath Stars part, it still felt very 80s with, like, Tasu Leech, and Han's kind of Yeah, doing that whole thing.
Yeah.
And
Balatik!
Good to see you. I mean, that's just so good, man.
Same thing I do all the time. I want to talk my way out of it.
Way out of it. That's some ionized bastard shit right there, man.
I love to, yeah.
For real.
Man. Talk about somebody getting us into situations that most of the time. Yeah. One of my two dads. But no, I love how it feels like Han Solo, but it does feel like a crotchety old man too at the same time.
Yeah.
I love that it is like, because he would be that grizzled older guy. I mean, obviously he is, but I mean, like, he would be one of those like
100%.
Move ball.
That's it. I have it written down. I love that line. Move ball. That was so great. And it's cool to see Han though become a believer.
Han Solo is like, right.
Yeah. He's
just annoyed to be. He's the only character to be annoyed to be in the Star Wars movie.
Exactly.
And but what you're saying is true. Like he's like, no, I've seen some shit, and I know, and he gets reverent for a second, which is weird and new for Han.
Yeah, it's like you got to think though, from what he's seen. Like obviously his son has the Force, and he knew that, and he's seen what Luke's been through, and he quite literally, like been tortured by Vader. Like he understands the Force is a thing, but like to see all that look in his face was so crazy. And, obviously, I don't know if everyone's been listening to the episodes leading up to this one, so I want to say I thought King Prana was going to play a way bigger role in this whole sequel trilogy. I was thinking Jabba too.
Did you really?
You know what I mean? I really did.
Really?
I was convinced.
You thinking the Jabba the Hutt thing?
They mentioned him twice, so I was convinced like King Prana was like going to come looking for his Rathars.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell are my Rathars?
Man, right?
I don't know what I was thinking. I always thought it'd be like more bear-like. If it's more sluggish, like imagine if you had like a big like furry, like not Chewbacca, like very distinct from a Wookiee, like kind of like like a stocky big bear. I don't know. That's what I was picturing. It's funny too. That whole design of that ship felt very 80s. It felt very like Mad Maxy kind of. Even Tasu Leech and the Dwabi
had a little bit of like Alien to me as well.
Yes,
which, I mean, would be a little more 70s, I guess, for the most part.
It's like these characters should be wearing sneakers. You know what I mean? Like it kind of had that look to it. Seeing Chewie get shot was pretty hard. Like I remember that was rough. His yell,
the scream,
Oh, dude, I wrote that down. Yeah, that was amazing.
Right, authentic scream.
Then them escaping, and like I love that. He's, Finn's trying to fix him, and and Chewie pulls him closer. The whole energy of that's amazing. It just works so well.
Oh yeah,
it's believable chemistry,
Yeah,
and it worked on such a different level.
Well, and then having the escape be Han Han and Rey in the cockpit, and he's like, "We're gonna go to light speed from inside the hangar. Can you do that?" He's like, I never ask that until I've done it.
Yes.
Or so, I never talk about it unless I've done it. I've tried it.
Yeah.
And just like the whole like blasting through the Rathtar,
yeah,
and everything,
so
was
good.
Great.
Peeling off, pop, you little last suction cup.
Well, like he can't get it going, and she's like compressor.
The other cool thing too is like to see someone get blown back by that. We had never seen that before either. Like, you know, in A New Hope, they take off and no one gets blown back, but it's really cool to see like all the Guavian Death Gang getting like propelled backwards out of that ship. And it's funny to think like they've been looking forward for that long. You know, they checked all the different systems. Jakku, it was, what was the order again? It was Unkar Plutt, Duquesne Boys, which I love that.
Hurricane, Unkar Plutt got it from the Irving Boys, who got it from
Duquesne, who got it from him, right?
Yeah, who stole it from me.
I got it.
Which I love. The Irving Boys just sounds like
so good
Wild West Outlaws.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, no, that's amazing. I always liked Takodana too as a set piece, really. Like I always was really, because like it could have been easily confused with what's the planet where the Resistance is on? Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed.
Dakar.
Dakar. It could have been easily confused with Dakar, but they did it enough to make it look different. The funny thing too is like the journey of these characters, like not just in terms of like how Rey became Rey Skywalker. I do love that Maz as a character went from fully CG to the Rise of Skywalker being completely a puppet. Like I always wondered why that was the direct, like with a puppet with a CG mouth. Like I always think it was such a weird little. I wonder what that was all about.
Weird flex. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just maybe JJ wanting to go a little more classic or something.
I would ask him that question. I don't think anyone's asked him that. Like, why did you completely flip on it? Because like it's clearly a puppet in the Rise of Skywalker. Like the eyes move a certain way, the head moves a certain way, and I think the mouth is CG. But I love Maz's appearance in TLJ too, even if it's very brief and. It's her flying around in a jetpack.
My one bugaboo with Last Jedi is that scene.
Yeah.
Is that scene. And I'm okay with it now and stuff. But at the time I was like, was she playing Battlefront 2? Like what's going on?
Yeah.
But anyway.
How do you think she got Luke's saber? Because that's still, to my knowledge, has not been explained canonically. What do you think
I'm trying to remember if it's been done in a comic or something. It's just one of those things where I feel like...
Let me consult our friends. Hold on. You can keep talking, though.
Well, no. I just want to sit here in silence until we get an answer. But no, that's something, that I did think. Obviously they found Luke's hand. We know Luke's hand has popped up.
Yes.
In the comics and such. It was being used by Palpatine to... trying to do that dark science and secrets only the Sith bullshit.
But we still haven't gotten
have we not gotten that yet?
The saber. I'm waiting for them to respond. Jared says no, and I'd imagine Alden will say no, and Michael will say no, and that's all that matters. Yeah. I just really, I've always wanted to
Trey
know,
will say no, but we're gonna ignore it.
Yeah, because we don't like
we
don't like Trey. Trey's icky goo.
Icky goo goo.
I still want the answers, and of course, we literally spent a whole episode talking about the Force Vision scene, and the actor that played Luke and Vader being on set. Like, again, not enough people bring that up. That's a real thing. I'll say it again. I'll say it on air. We haven't heard back from him, but we legitimately reached out to the agency that hires out that guy, and we requested an interview several times. We still have not heard back from them, so I'm gonna have to pull some strings and make that a priority. But I mean,
we just want to completely shoot that scene with him, like finish it, right?
Like, or even just be like, just
show it.
Walk us. Cut. Your NDA doesn't matter anymore. You mean like they filmed this? It's been 10 years. Like, please. There's
been a decade, bud.
There's no way the NDA is still in complete like control. There's just no way. That whole Force Vision scene. I mean, that was For me, that was probably the first time Star Wars felt like crack. Like, truly, like, aside from the trailers leading up to it, I remember watching that Force Vision scene and being like, what is happening right now? And then the next time I saw it, I had my phone on my chest recording it. So I can go back and scrub and be like, okay, what did I miss? You know what I mean? Like, I was like, I totally missed something here. I don't know if you felt the same exact way, but that was like, what's happening? I'm overstimulated. I hear Yoda. You know what I mean?
It's a lot. You hear like all these voices from the past. You see who we're all like, oh, that's Luke. That's Luke. You know. But yeah, then the what is it? The Cloud City like hallways and things like that, which again, and the no,
yes,
you know, because those are all memories that are like attached to that saber.
Yes,
which is crazy when you think about that.
It's awesome. It's energy, you know, like that whole part, and then you know, why does it show Luke holding R2? Like, is that attached to the saber? Or is this attached to Luke now? And then it shows Kylo Ren, or the Knights of Ren killing those people in that rainy area, like the guy with the crazy helmet. That I was like, who is this dude with this crazy helmet hood thing?
Right,
like, I remember, like
Luke's Jedi Temple. Right?
Yes, So Alden sent a Reddit comment that says this: there are two conflicting stories in two comic series about the recovery of the lightsaber. The first is that a robed character caught the lightsaber as it fell. Luke has a vision of them while trying to find the lightsaber. The other is that it was recovered by an Ugnaught. Luke returns to Bespin to recover the lightsaber, doesn't find it, tries to search for the Force for it, but realizes that his friends are in danger and that a lightsaber doesn't make him a Jedi, so he leaves. So I believe the last one's considered canon right now, so an Ugnaught found it. Don't know how I got to Maz. So, right place, right time, Excalibur. Like, there's so many things that lightsaber represents, obviously. We understand that technically. It's unclear, as to how I got it. But I would love to know. And then, of course, it shows Baby Rey. It shows Rey screaming. And you see the ship taking off, which we now know is Ochi Bastoon's ship. So that's really cool. I mean, like, it's pretty awesome. Like, now you've got context for it. And little Rey was such a vulnerable and brutal scene to see, no, come back.
I love Shadows of the Sith. It's a great book, but it is hard for me to get through because of the bullshit that little Rey goes through,
Oh man, and these are your first steps. Like, to get Ewan McGregor confirmed for that voice was a pretty cool, thing.
Well, and then like pull some dialogue from Alec Guinness as well,
Rey.
For Rey.
Rey, it's afraid. It's don't be afraid. Rey.
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 Yeah. Authentic Alec Guinness.
Microchip. I do
From
love
now till Three Kings Day.
I thought about this too, like, because now I was thinking about it very critically watching it. Where was Rey running off to? Whenever the Force Vision ends, Han's like, and I'm sorry, Maz is like, I've seen your eyes, like they do the whole thing there, and the Force, I may not be a Jedi. Like, where do you think Rey was running off to when she ran up? Like, I was wondering where she was going with that. Like, where the hell was she?
I think she was running to her mark to look up and see the TIE fighters. Is the dad?
That's it.
Answer. But
I think she was just doing like the whole woman, like my ex used to do this, where it was like, I don't want to talk. I'm just gonna. I need to get away.
Need to run away for a little bit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
We're divorced. We could date.
Just like wake up in a cold sweat right now next to our significant others. Like, oh,
whoa.
God. Okay. I thought that I had an entire show that I did.
Would you want that? To like wake up in 2015, how would you feel about that right now? If you woke up
shit.
and it's like right, hold on, and
we're about to go see
we're
about to go see the Force Awakens and credits roll, right?
Yes, yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, let's say it's the night that you saw the Force Awakens and you wake up and it's 2015 again. What would you do? What would you do differently? Anything? I don't know what I would do, because like part of you would be having the whole like. Part of you would be doing the whole, like, how do I retrace, like you do when you wake up from a dream. Sometimes you're like, I want to recall this dream. So you're like hazily writing it down. Like, what moments could you recall from your life? It'd be like the birth of your child.
This would all fade, Scotty. We've
That's terrible.
Like, wouldn't that be terrifying to have like a dream that
awful.
lasts so long? You live so much life, and then like you wake up and just like it's like cosmic horror, you know?
A little bit, because like I like who I am today. I liked who I was then.
Lifetime.
You know what I mean? But like, it part of me is like, would if COVID have existed? Like, you know, like there's so many weird things where like.
This is not even about the movie.
No,
what are we
it's
talking
not.
about?
But like, I don't know. I just got excited with that idea.
It's a fun concept.
This all
terrifying.
stemmed from Ray running off. That's all. That all stemmed from, Ray hiding out.
Yeah,
in the
just like my
forest.
ex. So then we just start going like back around in a circle.
It loops. Hope
Infinite.
It's recording. One big thing too is the one big meme that was born of this was the spinning baton guy, TR8R. Like, I remember being obsessed with Trader. Like, there was a subreddit dedicated to Trader, and like all memes would be him spinning the baton, and like I remember them setting it to what's that Bag Raider song, do 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 do, you know, but Shooting Stars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I think I've seen that one.
I'll find that one for you.
That's fantastic.
One thing I will say, even if I don't like the Resistance either, that introduction's fucking awesome. Dun, 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 dun,
Resistance.
Dun. Yep. Yeah, dude. Them taking the water and shooting the water up. Man, that shit was profound. And it sounded a little bit like the Droid March when I first heard that theme.
A little bit.
I was like, what are we doing here, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait a minute.
Confederacy of Independent Systems? For planets' rights?
Yeah, for planets' rights, dude. Jogon Ro, whatever.
Rogan Joe.
Yeah. I do love that introduction. The one scene I remember being like, and I don't think I've ever seen the edit since, but there was like 2 scenes filmed for IMAX. I think it was the Falcon chase, and then the other scene filmed for IMAX was the scene of Poe's X-Wing doing the whole sweeping and shooting of the stormtroopers and like them being blown back by the bricks. Cause I remember the aspect ratio changed just for that one shot, and like seeing it huge, the whole IMAX screen was taken up, and it was, you know, such a cool thing. That's one hell of a pilot, you know, like.
Right.
Oh, man. Wow. Yeah. And then it cuts back to not IMAX. And I like the Rey Kylo interaction. That first one's awesome. First one's incredible. Very Disney, but not in the derogatory.
No, like it's very fairy tale, which I mean, Star Wars is a fairy tale in space. You know, it's fantasy in space.
Yes.
And so it's gonna have those elements, you know.
Yeah.
So I mean, it looks like a storybook forest where they're lost, you know.
Yes. And she's scared, and her gun's down. I love the way her arm shakes, like she's trying to pull it back up, but she can't. And then he does
that when he freezes her.
Oh my god! And I love he does that, and she like just completely goes limp. But as she's going up, I wonder how they rehearsed that. Like the second she goes limp, he like completely sweeps her in without like even like straining his back, and just like walks with her. I'm like, that is crazy.
The power of Adam Driver, my friend.
That's 100 and like probably 40-30 pound person. You just like 100% like Ray goes, and then they keep walking.
1,000 Raylo fan fictions were born from that moment alone.
Oh, dude, it was over.
Yeah.
It was over. Raylo became a thing.
So many Raylo boners. So many.
Yeah, dude. And then like, you know, they got him. They got Ray, and Han going, yeah, I know. yeah, I know. And he keeps walking.
Yeah,
that shit, dude. And I never considered that now, you know, as going through a divorce. Like, if I didn't see my significant other or my ex for like 10 years, however long it's been, like, imagine how nervous you would be for that interaction. Like, imagine all the thoughts and feelings you're feeling, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah.
Oh my god. And like, the second that thing opens up and she walks out and they catch eyes, phenomenal. When he's like bobbing his head looking for her. I mean, that was, and the song starts immediately playing. I'm like, I started crying. Man. I'm like, it's over, dude. You know, Han Solo, like that whole shit. I mean,
well, you didn't even see him get off the ship.
No.
Right, and then he just pops into frame, like he just like Anthony Daniels found out there was a C-3PO cereal commercial to do, and just
yes,
Han Solo.
And this is weirdly, this is the weird thing where like it's not quite prequel 3PO. It's way more Empire 3PO. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Very Empire 3PO. But like very minimal. It's like maybe 4 minutes of screen time, like in all.
Right.
Whereas Rise of Skywalker 3PO is very much his own 3PO. Like I may go watch Rise of Skywalker this weekend just to get some 3PO in, because all of his scenes in Rise of Skywalker are incredible. His best movie. I mean, frankly, which is crazy to say. Out of all 9 of them. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, he's the legacy character because everyone else is dead, including like literally Carrie Fisher. So like, how do we give the legacy role to anyone? They give it to 3PO and they wipe his memory and he's funny and like Babu Frick Black. You know, like I think that shit's the best. So I'm towards the end of my notes I stopped taking notes after some of this stuff. But I will say, Dakar, really cool intro scene. I love BB-8 and Poe. I love the scratching of the belly kind of dog like.
Oh yeah, like the
yes, buddy. And then Finn, of course, like having his jacket. I mean, that was
right. I love how much Poe Dameron likes having friends because it's just so funny. Like you hear that man talk about his friends like no grown person talks about their friends, like buddy, like when he's right up to him. It's just endearing, but also just like so crazy. It's a good delivery,
Yeah.
It's just I love that.
I do like though when it comes to Finn, like that was the last person Poe got to see in that capacity, like.
Right.
Has his jacket on. The coolest thing too about the character of Finn is that now you have so many story opportunities that like would otherwise be them going to Starkiller and finding the secret plans and beaming the plans. Like, no, he worked there. It's all there. We hear that Snap does the reconnaissance and scans the planet. Like, you got everything you need, And Starkiller itself, I don't know about you, I still think the idea of it destroying an entire solar system is a little silly, but
it's a little like how
because the way it looks is like they launch the beam goes across it must be a significant portion of the galaxy for
travels through hyperspace or something. I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's a hyperspace weapon is what they call it, right?
A hyper light speed weapon. That's exactly what they called it. Hyper light speed weapon. So it's light speed and it's hyper fast. I don't know.
Hyperactive hyperdrive, right?
I do really like that Finn is in tune with the Force, hearing them scream. That is one thing that I was like, okay, so he's got that Force sensitivity, like right then and there, because they wouldn't be screaming on Takodana,
right?
The Crimson Crusader, like there's no way. But all that being said, to see the reactions to it, I remember feeling very little when it happened. I love the speech. All remaining system must bow to the first. Like that speech was awesome. But when they killed the good guys, I didn't even see the fleet get destroyed the first time. Like I know that, that was
there's
the focus.
The little the ships and stuff.
It's like Home One. It looks like Home One. You know what I mean? Like it's a couple of the OT looking Arab, ships, and like when it explodes, like it's just it's so brief. But I do like what Starkiller stands for, and the fact that it can use the original name that George Lucas gave, Luke Skywalker. Like the fact that it is a star killer, it consumes a star, and like they have it to where that shit's fucking cool. I mean, that is so pulpy. I don't know how did you feel about that? Did you think it was Ilum or no? Like what was I don't know if you had those same exact feelings.
I did not at the beginning. Okay. I mean, there started to be the rumors floating around, right? I mean, and listen, since just so we get the Redditors off our backs to do a little bit of criticism and stuff. I think we could have used that deleted scene what's her name going to, because she pops up on the balcony. It focuses on her. That's Leia's emissary that she sends to them. She has a name, and I forgot the name. But it's like, you know, could be one of the great side characters in all of Star Wars, and we don't. It's hard to. It's devastating, and it is like crazy that they do this, but we spend no time there, and so it doesn't feel. You don't feel the gut punch as much.
No.
I feel.
But the justification is we don't see that with Alderaan either.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, if you want to, you know what I mean? Now we've had so much time to sit with it, but we still haven't had that much time with Hosnian Prime. Like, isn't it in the High Republic?
I mean, but like Alderaan is Leia's home planet, though.
Yes,
too. You know,
that's true. That is very true.
So there is that. So there's that connection. We're with a character who that's where she lives.
Yeah.
With this, to me, it's more. You know, that's where the Republic was, which we know is like the good guys. Is Mon Mothma on that planet? Like when it goes up, or is she? She's probably on. I
think she's safe.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure that's the canon.
She's not on Hosnian Prime. She's on what's her home planet? Eli, sound off in the comments. I'm joking. You still can, but I won't see it.
She's not from Corellia, is she?
No. Oh, this is Eli is shouting at his screen right now.
Hey Google,
in the future,
where is Mon Mothma from?
Mon Mothma, a
Chandrilla
character in the Star Wars universe,
Chandrilla.
from the planet Chandrilla.
Yeah.
She served as a senator for Chandrilla in the Galactic
Okay,
Republic,
all right,
and
Google.
later became
Okay.
a key leader of the Rebel Alliance.
I got the update. I got Google Gemini, and she's got kind of a sexy voice. Turn off my light. She's like, "Will do." I'm like, "Okay, you do that." All that being said, to keep this thing moving, I do like the visual of the star getting sucked into the planet. I mean, that stuff was so just pulpy and awesome, and I love that. Like, it's powered by the sun. Then you can like be metaphorical with it too, as like the fact that they named that son after Han Solo. Like, you know, like there's just so many cool things dealing with that, and like watching the light escape from the star, and now it's within the belly of this beast, and like they're gonna blow up Dakar with it. Like, I love that. I love that Leia plays the same role of like, I'm here and they're, you know, on a Ilum, or they're on Starkiller Base, and there's so many factors that play into it, and it lasts a good bit of time. But I also love the fact that Rey can get around Starkiller without having been there before. Another one of those Mary Sue complaints, but she's like managed to scavenge Imperial tech for the last 20 years of her life. You know what I mean? Like, why is this going to be the one thing you get hung up on? You know, it makes sense. Like, she knows her way around it. You know, and funny enough, there's like no notes in between that and this next line. The snow duel is insane. That's what I wrote watching this movie.
This is insane. Yeah,
it is insane.
Great commentary though.
That was the first lightsaber battle in the whole new trilogy, and like I was always so concerned about how they were gonna. Is it gonna be flashy?
Right.
Is it gonna be heavy-handed?
You know,
and it's a little bit both.
A little bit. Yeah, there's flair, but also that, like, you know, and I always think people are always like, well, how come Rey can fight? And I'm like, she's swinging like she's chopping wood, or a bat, like she's swinging like she's like got a baseball bat. She's swinging like what's her name in The Shining, right? Whenever,
oh my god, yeah.
Whenever Jack's coming up the stairs and stuff, you know.
Shelley Duvall.
I know Duvall. I was trying to remember the characters' names. I don't know. Shining's great though. I wish I could have seen it in IMAX.
Yeah, they're not playing it again. I thought they would be playing it more.
I don't know. I don't think it was playing near me. But anyway, I just
Wendy,
the Torrances.
Yeah.
Wendy. Johnny. I want to go watch The Shining now. Okay.
Dude, it's so good.
Shining is one of my favorite movies. Okay. But I came to this realization tonight, and I have to say that to me, this lightsaber duel on Starkiller Base is the best lightsaber duel of the entire sequel trilogy.
That's very
because, and again, I am not going to be like, well, there's not anything in Last Jedi, which technically
we discussed it.
Technically not traditional.
Yeah.
They do fight guys and stuff, but they don't fight each other with lightsabers, you know?
Yeah.
And then this is not going to be popular with a lot of people. The Rise of Skywalker duels they're okay for me.
I only like the water one, and I like the one in between.
I like the other one better than that one, but they're still just like I don't know. They're missing something for me. I don't know what it is. I can't quite place it.
That's fair.
This
one though.
This one in the snowy forest, and didn't we find out that was like a set with like a painted background?
Yes,
and like real, or at least like prop trees, like they were like actually physically on a set.
Yeah,
like old school, and that is brilliant and beautiful. Just because there is it. That's what is so awesome about cinema and film and stuff like, you know, and like doing these things that like simulate something and making us believe we're there. But just the magic that they could do that, the lighting, like that it's in the dark, in the snow, which again, like you were saying earlier, feels very Christmas. We're at Christmas time. I don't know if they added it because of that, but it does give it that like holiday feel. But just we had never really had something like that before either.
No.
You know, in live action or anything. I mean, I'm sure there's probably 1,000 Old Republic trailers, you know, CGI trailers that have had.
What I liked was it was very methodical. Like the prequels, when they moved a lot. Like the only stationary duel in all of the prequels is really, I mean, Dooku and Obi-Wan on the Invisible Hand. But like the other really stationary duel is I guess Dooku and Obi-Wan and Anakin. Well, Dooku and technically Anakin, you know, in the little area in Geonosis. You know what I mean? Like those are like the only truly stationary fights. Whereas this one was cool because you had Finn versus Kylo Ren, and they fought differently. And Kylo Ren was like hitting his side, and it was fucking awesome. Blood was on the snow, and like there's anger when he yelled "traitor." If I'm in the right mood, that actually makes me cry. Adam Driver puts his heart into that line.
Yeah.
He's like so mad. Like you gotta think this stormtrooper is now you have destroyed the base that your master has been building. Everything is going not to plan, and you have the lightsaber that belonged to my fucking grandpa. Like you of all people have that lightsaber, you know, and like you know this is all I want.
That build up, like, so after he does this thing where you think he's saying, help me throw this away so we can, you know, go away together to Han.
Yeah.
He actually kills him, thanks him are you one of those Han Solo press the button truthers who like thinks that Han Solo
he would have never
killed himself?
Oh, no, not even that. No, God, no.
Han Solo would never kill himself, for one.
No.
For two, just the look of horror and surprise on his face, which is devastating. And I got mad all over again when he falls into nothingness. I got really mad. I was like, why do we have to do this? Why are we doing this?
I was not mad watching it. I thought, how cool is it that Lawrence Kasdan got to write the beginning of this character story, the middle of this character story, and the end of this character? That's what I thought was pretty cool. I was like, as a writer, you don't get that opportunity ever.
Right.
However, in the moment in the theater, like I don't think I necessarily cried. I remember being emotional. I was more emotional at what came after, which was the whole Rey gets the blade. I mean, that shit fucking rocked. And then it played the theme that when Luke, it played the call of the Force essentially when Luke saw Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen. That dun, 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 dun. Like it's like the strings like moving real. I mean, that was it. And she has it dun 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 dun, and then I just remember being like, I remember people thinking it was going to be Luke that grabbed it. I never thought it'd be Luke. I just didn't know who it would be. I didn't think it'd be Rey, you know, and the way it flips past him, I think.
Well, he has to get out of the way of it too.
I think, you know, that you hear stories of bands that like don't know they're writing a hit, and then you hear stories of bands that know they write hits. I think JJ and, you know, his editors and Lawrence Kasdan, when they watched that shit cut together, they were like, we fucking did it.
We
like
did it.
They had to.
We did it.
There's no way, because it's shaking. It's doing the Empire Strikes Back, shaking in the snow, and like he's and then boom, shoop, and then he's like, "What the fuck?" And then she catches it like this, and you're like, "No way!" And it made me look, and genuinely, it made me happy for every little girl in the world. And I'm not saying that to be a podcaster. I'm saying that because I remember playing Star Wars with my friend Olivia, and she could only be Padme. That's all she could be when we were in second and third grade. Like she couldn't be a female Jedi, like if it wasn't a Leia Secure. I mean, like, you know, like this was a main character woman Jedi, and it was just so awesome instantly. You know,
who didn't have to wear a tube top. You know,
so she could look cool in her snow out and her sand outfit. Man. I always thought I'd have to be this guy. I'm like, she's got to stink a little bit. Like Rey can't smell good. I don't know if you ever thought that.
She doesn't have a shower, as far as we know. Yeah.
There's nothing about Rey that would be like it's like, it feels like very 17th century. You know, like she lived in a desert. You know, maybe there was some sort of bathing system in that AT-AT. I don't know. But like, she's been wearing that same outfit for we don't know how long. I always thought about that.
It's very up in the air how often people change clothes in Star Wars.
Yeah, it is.
Because aside from characters like Padme, it's not very often for a lot of people, especially Jedi. Jedi might stink.
They might a little
or there could be an in-universe sci-fi answer that
no body odor.
The fabrics are antimicrobial or something, or maybe they're made of nanobots and
something sick.
They self-clean, and they could just go robes on.
Now,
you know?
the twist of it too. The twist of it too is like Rey's outfit at the end of TFA is amazing. That gray with like the almost like kind of covers her collar. Like that shit's cool. But not to skip past the important part. The scene, and we've talked about it before. We talked about it for years. You and I talked about this scene for years. When she's on the ledge, you need a teacher, you know, and the purple, red, and blue light shining off his face onto her face, and then she just thinks she has to close her eyes like that. That's the Force Awakening. Like, and then she pushes up. Like I fail to see what people when they see this movie. She had a staff the entire time. That's evident. She fights off the people on Jakku. She manages to fight off the First Order with a gun that she's never used. Like, she obviously has some survival skills. She pushes back in, like she's not aware that she has this power, but she's got this innate ability that she's able to push back against him when he like enters her mind, and he kind of like unlocks stuff for her. Yes,
you know.
Yes, that's well. Then she knows how to use the Force and mind trick people. The fact that people left this movie, and that was the first complaint I saw, was like, "Well, how all of a sudden she get these powers?" I'm like, the title of the movie.
Once again, it's The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens. Like it shows her, and even Maz says that. Like the saber chose you. You know, like the saber's meant for you.
It's like people wanted to see another person get trained, I guess. But I'm like, well, okay, we've seen that. We're doing something a little different here.
But also,
we're going a different direction.
Luke goes up against Vader, and we technically don't know how long his training really was. It's that weird Empire Strikes Back time.
He did a lot of like homeschooling of himself. Yes. You know, like he
didn't even use the blade. He's doing like calisthenic, like he's like just like jumping and flipping and lifting things with his mind. Like at no point does Yoda like say we're gonna fight with lightsabers. You know, like I never understood why, you know, Luke gets the pass but Rey doesn't. You know what I mean? Like
he's self-taught. You know,
that's what it is, and he
just had $1 million loan from his Uncle Owen.
Yes, and men are really good at hand-to-hand combat just because they're genetically predisposed to it. You know what I mean? We just our penises and balls dictate that we're going to be good at that kind of stuff.
Yeah, right. No, that's why lightsabers are shaped like penises. Right.
100%. You can't use a vagina-shaped lightsaber. It'd be a mess.
No, it'd be ridiculous.
Look like a lotus flower.
You burn your hands.
Yeah. Look like an orchid. Imagine having two orchids fight. What are you going to do?
You got to push the push the button to start.
That's right. Be wrong. I was told in 7th grade. Shout out to Miss Lambert. We did theology of the body. She said straight up said Miss Lambert's dead. Unfortunately, she has passed.
Aww.
She was awesome. She died of cancer. She would still very much be alive, and I would send her this clip. She said she is how she explained sexuality to us in 7th grade. She goes, "You see, boys are a lot like a microwave. All you got to do is just turn them on." And then she goes, "Women, they're more like an oven. You got to like warm them up a little bit." Like that is how she explained sex to us, and it was like, oh, okay, Ms. Lambert. Shout out to Ms. Lambert.
Got it. Let me go a little further. You got to find the knob, kids.
What's funny is Roach and I used to call her this. This is the nickname we gave to her. We gave nicknames to pretty much all of our teachers. We had one teacher named Miss Montleon. We called her Bobcat Montleon. I don't know why. We're in 5th grade calling a teacher Bobcat. Isn't that fucking crazy? But we used to call Miss Lambert, not to her face, we used to call her Juicy Lucy Lambert. That's what we just used to call her.
So I'm still on the Bobcat one because all I can think is Bobcat Goldthwait.
Yes, same. I don't know where I came with.
Like, all right, it's time to learn about physics.
No, Bobcat Montleon is a crazy name. 5th grade. Imagine being 11 years old and your kid's calling you Bobcat. That's badass. Okay,
pretty awesome.
The duel, we discussed the duel. Great moment. She feels the force, knocks his ass to the ground, scars him up. The music's great. The earth splits between them. How metaphorical. Like the ground beneath them separates. One thing we didn't mention is Snoke. I always wanted to see that courtroom filled up. Because if you notice when Snoke's talking and he's humongous,
it's a boardroom.
There's a ton of seats. I would have loved to have seen a scene of like all these guys sitting there and looking up at this massive motherfucker. Like, he would have been just as big. And like, how would he have talked to them? Like, how would he have seen them on their end? Because I thought Snoke was a giant. I didn't think he was a hologram at first. I thought he was a giant. I'm like, that's cool.
Well, they did the whole. This is like now we have 4K holograms.
Yes,
it's the future.
Yes, this hologram is unbelievably high res. I forgot that was kind of a weird thing. And then in TLJ, it immediately goes back to like weird, like it's a hologram.
Right.
He's talking
to we don't have the Apple Store stormtroopers, and so we can't have the high tech the Retina display.
I still think the best hologram scene in the sequel trilogy, this is so fucking nerdy, is when Admiral Pride's talking to Palpatine. That's a really cool hologram scene. Like, it's like cool Palpatine. He's got no eyes.
In the old war.
Yes, I'll serve you now. And he's like, the Princess of Alderaan has thwarted our plans. Like, I love that shit. That shit ate it up. But no, I was hoping Snoke would be a giant. I thought that would be a really cool idea. Like, how the hell does he get out of there?
He kind of was. He still kind of was. He was like 9 feet tall.
Big. He was like an avatar, an Navi.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I see you. So excited for tomorrow night. By the way, the reason we're pre-recording, we didn't have preferences. We're seeing Fire and Ash right now,
right?
And we're probably having more fun seeing that than talking about this. And we've had a great
Scotty,
night.
I'm going to reveal this to Scotty now. You're going to see it at this time tomorrow night. I'm going to see it Friday because
you and Trey both.
But by the time I get back from dropping off L, it is going to be. I will have to just get out of the theater and go to work.
Oh Jesus!
It's what
That's
it feels
terrible.
Like. Yeah, not quite literally, but it just feels like that. And I've already not gotten a lot of sleep this week, so
I feel that too, dude. I've been just screwing my sleep schedule. So we're gonna wrap up in a few
and
minutes.
I mean, like I would be going to an AMC, so they already say it's gonna be 20-30 minutes worth of trailers and stuff, which I have to see.
Dude, I haven't watched. Have you not watched the
Disclosure
one?
Day trailer
No,
yet?
I haven't watched that yet. I can't wait. I haven't watched that.
I haven't watched 5 times.
I haven't watched that. I haven't watched Supergirl. I haven't, obviously, the end game or the.
Supergirl gonna be on it?
Oh, dude, why wouldn't it?
Wait,
be?
is there supposed to be a Doomsday trailer on this too? Like, is that not released yet?
Supposed to be 4 different ones. So whatever screening you go to, you'll get a different Doomsday trailer. That autistic? I mean, that's like next level, dog. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's insane.
They are trying to get Alden Diaz in that seat, but
and they're not going to because he's a dumbass.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Alden Diaz is the dumbest person.
He
I
happens
know.
to be one of the smart people, but he will not. And I take all of his recommendations. I listen to everything he sends us. I love and appreciate him. It took my divorce for that man to play Fortnite. It took a divorce from my partner of 10 years for him to play Fortnite, and he loves it.
Right. One of us has to die for him
Suicide.
to watch. Yeah.
That's your death. That's your wish.
That's what we do. Wait, me?
Sorry. It's only natural. You've been divorced. I'll do it. I'll do it at some
I have a
point.
child.
Oh,
Let's
you have
Trey
that.
do it.
That's a Kevin.
Make Trey do it.
Trey, perfect.
Trey has to get divorced.
And then he
Sorry.
commits suicide. Perfect. That's so fucked up.
It's awful.
Real quick, 2 missed opportunities, and I'm not this guy. I'm really sad there wasn't different variations of ships at Starkiller Base, aside from just X-Wings. I would have loved a cool Y-Wing variant, and we even got A-Wings in TLJ.
Yeah.
Or even just a new wing. Like, you could have done the crazy one we saw the X-Wing, or not X-Wing, what's it called?
Something,
yeah, the B-Wing. Yeah.
Give me the Q.
Yeah. However, the other missed opportunity that that JJ's even addressed was the Chewie walking past Leia. That's pretty abhorrent. Like, I'm shocked that they haven't special edition that one yet. I really am. I'm shocked they haven't touched that up.
And what's funny is Ryan makes them hug in Last Jedi, which I was like, oh, haha, there's the hug. But then I feel like that JJ goes above and beyond. This is part of my gripe. This is part of my gripe with the end of Rise of Skywalker is it feels like he's like, here's all the stuff you wanted. Oh, Chewie even got a medal.
That shit was ridiculous.
Bitch, please. We know he got a medal. His medal just was being engraved during the thing. That's like the canonical answer, essentially.
Nope. He finally
had to
gets
get going. He's still got a medal.
That is a stupid ass moment. And they make it such a big Maz is like, here's for you. Like, you finally won.
Chewie, you earned this one. I mean, it's like Harold Ramis giving Dan Aykroyd the Baby Ruth or something. Or no, it was Bill Murray. He's like, you've earned it. You know,
yeah, imagine if that was an afterlife. That'd been wild.
Still earned it.
Stupid. You earned it. The other thing I have written down too is obviously Finn being in the coma is a cool little story thing. Like perfect for the next movie. Could do anything with that. I love how Star Wars Rey's outfit is. The one last big note that I have written is sometimes you can tell it's Jonas Swadamo playing, Chewbacca. Like, obviously the standing scenes, because we knew Peter Mayhew couldn't handle that on his body at the time. The scene where Chewie and Rey are in the cockpit, that is 100% Peter Mayhew. You can just tell. The head over this way, and the eyes are so sharp blue. And then there's the other shot of her landing on Octo. Again, that has got to be Peter Mayhew. Like, I can just tell you, like, in my gut, it still makes me warm because, like, that was the last movie he was good for. That sounds bad.
He was able to be a part of it.
Like, truly be a part of it. Because by the time, when did he pass away? Did he pass away right after Rise?
No. Right Whoa, yeah. No, maybe not right after, but it was a couple of years after.
I'll ask Google. Hey, Google, when did Peter Mayhew pass away?
Peter Mayhew, the actor who played Chewbacca.
What?
Passed away on April 30th.
Right after Celebration.
At the age of 74.
April 30th, 2019.
Really?
Right after Celebration. That's crazy. Wow. I did not realize it. So it was. Did they even give him a tag? I guess they didn't. It's kind of weird.
Maybe not. Yeah. Well, they gave him a fucking medal. Come on.
That son of a bitch got a medal. Yeah. No. That look always got me. But the last big note I have. What? No. Talk. What you guys say?
Well, just while we're on Chewie and talking about looks, one that you never see is when he's squinting his eyes looking at Han going out to meet Ben.
Nope. brutal.
You never see that when he's squinting his eyes. Like, what the hell is he doing?
Yep.
You never see Chewie look like that.
Nope.
That tonight stuck out to me for some reason.
That's
I don't
a
know.
good
It's
one,
just,
Jerry.
Yeah,
because he's like, and he like does a little bit of a head thing. He's like, what?
He's like, what's going
Yeah.
on? Like, what the hell?
You
don't do this.
The other big, like, just really good setup for Rian Johnson was whoever scouted Skelling Michael Island. You know, that was one of the most brilliant things you could have ever done.
Oh yeah,
like it is without a doubt probably my favorite planet in all of the sequel trilogy. It's like Dagobah meets
really cool.
You know, Ireland meets, like, it feels ancient. You know, it feels very sacred. The little huts obviously were real practical things. Apparently, like, you know, it's just that like they were real, like, Catholic temples that people built in the 300s. Like, it's fucking cool, man. Like,
it was Catholic monks, right?
Yeah, it's Catholic monks, and like I'll make sure I got that date right, but it's like it's not in the thousands. Hold on, Skelly Michael Island Catholic monks. But like these dudes, like, you know, they like escaped this island. Let's see, 6th and 8th century. So we're looking at 500, the year 500. Like, this is only 500 years after the time of Jesus. You know, the birth of Christianity. But like these, you gotta think the religion had spread all the way from, you know, the Middle East all the way out by that point. It got to the point where you're like in Europe and Ireland. Like this is 1,000 years before the Renaissance. Like that's how fucking old that is. And they got to film there. That is insane. Like that is damn near like prehistory. Like if you really want to be technical with it. Especially like the fact that those temples were there and like they had to honor that and play it safe, and it was a sacred ground. You know, it was a what do they call it? Not an inheritance. I'm thinking of a heritage site. It's like essentially like a sacred ground. Like you can't do a lot there, you know? So when they shot there, I think it is the best set piece in all of the sequel trilogy. And like Ryan building on it. It comes back in The Rise of Skywalker really nice, you know, with Luke's X-Wing being in the water. Like I deeply love that island, and I hope we go back. I hope James Mangold, like, I hope that's where all of his movies filmed, right? You know, like, let's bring it there. Last but not least, huge retrospective. I know we've talked about pretty much every big beat in the movie. The one thing we haven't addressed is this big final part. And just thinking about it 10 years ago, where was your head at when you see Luke for that first time? It had been spoiled for me in the sense of, like, I saw that awful, like, photo of him taking a photo for, like, the visual dictionary. So, like, I saw
it was like
the outfit.
I saw that too. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't have seen that.
Ruin it. I know. We shouldn't have been as plugged in. But what was that like for you?
For me, it was, well, I mean, I was already like bawling. I was already, and again, feverish, literally.
Yes.
But you know, like it was just like, it was just the perfect way to put a button on the end of it, but also go like, oh my God, I can't wait 2 years to see what happens next. You know, like I am ravenous to know, you know, I'm like, oh, is he like, oh, that's his daughter, you know, like it's my kid, or is he like, you know, what, and like just the you know, this, you couldn't do any wrong with the speculation. Like it hadn't gone full bore. Like there hadn't been and not to invoke their name because I feel like they're almost dead. The fandom menace wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
As far as I know yet, like at least a big thing. There was like a small amount of people who were like, oh, it's a New Hope rehashed kind of thing. But like that was a moment when it was like everyone was just like, you could go speculate with someone and not really worry about.
It was awesome. Yeah, I remember doing that with my cousins and my cousins' friends, like Troy Jarrell.
Yeah.
And Troy likes the sequel trilogy still, I think. Even if he doesn't, like, that, it was such a universally liked movie, like, across the board, and it allowed everyone to speculate, you know? Your Snoke theory sucks. Like, that's when we all kind of got into the fandom. Like, if it wasn't for, you know, that ending, and Rogue One being such a dark, gritty ending, Batman Begins of Star Wars, I wouldn't have been in love with this trilogy as much without that speculation leading up to King Prana. Like I was really convinced like King Prana was gonna be something, but like that's the fun thing is at that point, you and I, without even knowing it, we're getting in that fandom space. We were listening to Jedi Collider Council. Like Force Center became my radar. The Resistance broadcast got on my radar. So like it's kind of cool that if it wasn't for this movie with all of its open theories, we wouldn't be where we're at now, talking about it 10 years later as friends. And like it was almost meant to be this huge open world thing that we could look at and discuss. So yeah, man, I love how it ends. And we talked about this in our group chat right before we went live or, recording this. Every other Star Wars movie ends on a stationary shot, even what we have now, like even the Mandalorian season 3 ends on a stationary shot. Like almost everything is stuck to the stationary shot. The only thing that I think Solo ends on the dice. You know what I mean? So like there's a little bit of a thing there, but like this is a helicopter moving. Like I don't know how if I was them, I would have done a wide from Luke on the left side of the frame, Ray on the right, and that would have been how I ended it. But I love that it ends in complete motion. Like we are picking this up right where we left off.
Right.
Right. I don't know about you. I don't know if you want to speak to that, but that was
that's
crazy drop. I didn't think it was going to.
I've never had a problem with the helicopter shot.
Yeah.
And I mean, like at that time, I was like, I hope they never do people were like talking about flashbacks and stuff. I'm like, they're never going to do flashbacks in Star Wars. And then we had flashbacks in the next movie.
Yep.
Yep. And now that one's like my favorite of the films.
Yes. It's the perfect flashbacks.
But they were trying different things, and it was like a baby toe into different.
Yeah.
They slowly did different things until finally now it's to the point where they're trying to get back to a little bit of that original feel.
Well, it's like Rogue One had no crawl. Solo had a little bit of an epilogue, or prologue.
Right.
And then, we've got all the way to Ahsoka now having like a legitimately
full-on crawl
that's red text and like fades in differently. Like I love that they've done that.
Well, and didn't Skeleton Crew had a crawl as well?
Yeah, it did. It did. And well, it's funny because then we've got planet like labels. Like in Rogue One, they labeled planets, and then and Andor they labeled years, which is like so cool contextually. So like
insane. Yeah.
And I love that the first groundbreaking thing the Force Awakens is like we're gonna end on a helicopter shot. Like it sounds silly, but like. No one broke that mold.
It was a huge thing back then.
It was. But yeah, man. I love that we talked about this because last time we did this, Jerry, we had just started podcasting. It was Bombad build up, and that was
we were building it up, man.
It would have been if we were building it up. It would have been November of 2019 that we were talking about this
By the time we got to this, yeah, right,
late November.
Well, and I'm trying to think who we had for our guest on that one. I'd have to look back.
I think we
had a guest for each one, right?
We did. It was Pete for Phantom Menace. It was Laura Kelly and I forget her name. This is bad. Here I am forgetting names. Oh shit. Oh,
this isn't live either.
Oh no! I'm not even gonna edit it out. A Force Toast podcast. Oh, I'm guilty now. Eric Cotterman for I can still recall these. You should be impressed. Eric Cotterman for Revenge of the Sith. A New Hope, I think we had Alex, if I'm not mistaken. Empire Strikes Back. Who did we have for Empire? We had Brad Whipple for Return of the Jedi, I'm pretty sure. Who was our Empire guest? Do you have it pulled up? Do you remember it?
No.
You can go back on the podcast feed. I'm sure it's still there, unless it's gone. This is great. This is like a brain tease. It's like, name every guest you've had. Hold on. The Bombad build-up. I know it's on our YouTube channel. I'm going to look. I hope someone's in the chat. They're like, oh, Bombadcast. I haven't watched them in 6 years. And fucking...
And like, oh, shit.
We're forgetting names.
They don't remember me.
Hold on, I got the playlist right here.
I should remember her name too. I hung out with Laura in Chicago just this summer, but
here we go. Pete Fletcher. Okay, here we go. You ready? Are you ready for this? This is great. Pete Fletcher, Force Toast Podcast. That's for Attack of the Clones. Revenge of the Sith, Eric Cotterman. We had Alex Damon on for A New Hope. Okay, this is crazy. I forgot we had this. John Hoey for Empire Strikes Back. Then we had Brad Whipple for Return of the Jedi. Then we had Lacey Gillerin for The Force Awakens. Then we had Bill Sheehy for TLJ.
That's my man.
Yes, and then we had Eric Cotterman on for a 3-hour-long review of The Rise of Skywalker. And it was like the next night. Like it was like that Friday night or whatever it was. Like we were. That's like our. Know what's funny? I think to my knowledge, if I click on it, I think that might have been a live stream too. Maybe. I wonder. Possibly. I'm gonna see.
Is that like our proto stream?
It is not our live stream. Hold on, let me click on it. Was it a live stream? No, it was a recording, but it is our only audio recording with 8,500 views. That was a super popular audio at the time, and it's not done well since. So hopefully this will put us back in the algorithm for new people.
We're back on the map, guys.
Back on the map, bitches.
We can't remember Laura's co-host name.
Shit.
It's Escalay all day. I know. Yeah.
I love you, Jerry. I'm glad we can still do this, man. And everyone that joined us tonight, thank you so much. Thank you for watching this broadcast and being able to be involved with this. You know, we really wanted to highlight what we loved about this movie and what this movie meant to us for the past 8 weeks. And I think we effectively did that because this has been being able to revisit this movie ad nauseum. And we have nothing planned. We have some things and ideas worked out, but like pretty much January, but we're fresh. I mean, we're starting off new. We'll probably talk, man. We could do some Mandalorian build up now because we never did that.
That's true. It's true.
We never dissected every episode. We didn't do any of season 1 and any of season 2 individually. We always did.
Insane.
We always did full season. The show we started off with was that Book of Boba Fett. That was the first show we started doing.
Well, then we did the Mandalorian or the Bombadalorian for. I think it was the next one. I think it was season 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So,
we should say I have been watching Mando with Ella.
Oh, really?
To prep.
Okay.
Yeah. And she's like not really wanting to at first, but when it's on, and she's into it, right?
Just put it on.
So the last one that we watched together was this last weekend she was here, and we watched The Tragedy.
Oh, wow.
That comes back in, and this is what I realized, that like she has not retained that she has seen most of these movies, because I was like, Boba Fett, and she's like, no, I don't know who that is. Is he a Mandalorian and stuff? I'm like, yeah, like
kinda.
Mando.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, then Grogu gets taken, and so we're like kind of like left off in that little, but I'm trying to like, do just a little smidge here and there.
Sure.
And stuff. And because she likes the trailer. She loved the good shot, baby, kind of thing.
Yes, of course.
And stuff like that, that really resonated with her.
Well,
and like we went, when we went to see Zootopia 2, they had a trailer for the Mandalorian and Grogu in front of it, and it was different. It had where he breaks the mouse droid and the wheel rolls past him.
Oh, so it's a different edit. I did not know
it was like the one from like the con, I think. Because that was from that. But there was no good shot baby on this one.
Are you willing to think they're going to be a trailer drop tomorrow, or do you think it's too late to do it?
I've already seen. Have you already? You not seen that like clip that's going around of like him fighting? Essentially, the entire Djarik board is in that arena.
What is this? Send me this.
If I can find, I'll try to find it.
What the fuck? Are you for real?
It's real. It looked legit to me.
They might drop one tomorrow with Avatar coming out that evening. So
yeah,
that'd be.
But
sick.
and Alden will watch it on his Apple Watch, smoking on his back porch. Yeah,
big fan of Ted. Just for everyone to know, Alden loves streaming things. He does not like the theatrical experience. So
no, and he also loves the Force Toast Pod with Laura and Alice. So
I remember Alice very well.
There you go. Me too. Laura and Alice, come on the show again. We're really sorry about it.
Anyway,
why do you think we're divorced?
Thank you so much for tuning in tonight, y'all. Again, this movie does mean the world to us, and I'm super thankful that we've been able to grow up with it, 10 years now. I mean, I might get choked up just reflecting on the fact that it's been 10 years. One fun fact I failed to mention, look at Starkiller Base. The Death Star apparently is the size of that hole, which is like kind of insane. So
right.
I don't know if you ever saw, like, when they did the side by side, they're like, this was the Death Star, and it's like big, and this is Starkiller Base, so it's fucking massive.
Yeah.
Like, you look at the size of it, like that size of it is perfectly the size of the hole. So like they had to build something even bigger than that. So
right.
Anyway,
as one does,
go big or go home, Jerry.
And Cal Kestis made his way on there.
What a bitch. Again,
my God.
We may see you Christmas night if y'all are down, if we're not busy, and thank y'all for everything this past year. 2026 is new for us, man. Let's bring it in. Let's do some new shit. So
do it.
Rip Glort might make a glorious appearance and might visit with Paul Stanley someday soon. You never know.
Holy Glort.
Glorty, Glorty-luya.
Glorton.
Jerry, you have anything you want to say before you sign up, bud?
We deserved better.
Stay
Come on, JJ. Put them all on the same. Put them all on at the same time. Let's go.
Oh, he should have done all 3 movies.
Why couldn't they had a group hug at the end of the movie? One comes up and goes, "It's okay. I can just put a Band-Aid on it. This is the space. This is the future." And then they hug. They hug it out.
And they stay Bombad.
Whammon. Women be shopping.
Did you say impossible? Pasquale? Only kidding, Chucky. I've changed my tune because I finally thought of a possible dream that we can all share. What is it?
Pasquale?
It's a dream about a world when nobody is poor or sick or hungry.
Oh, now that's a dream we can make come true.
I'm gonna make a change for once in my life. It's gonna feel real good, gonna make a difference, gonna make it right.
As I point up the collar on my favorite winter coat, this wind is blowing my mind.
I see the kids in the street with not enough to eat. Who am I to be blind, pretending not to see their need? A soundless disregard, a broken bottle top,
and a one-man soul. They follow each other on the wind, 'cause they got nowhere to go. That's why I want you to know I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways, and no message could have been any clearer.
If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
come on, change. No message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah,
I'm asking him to change his ways.
no message could have been any clearer. If you wanna make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and then make a change.
Time for us to take a break, but we wouldn't dream of being gone for long.